Heidi ho, my peeps. Man, what a freaking day I have had. Started my day with coffee with Kim, my son's wife, and Carson, my grandson. And I'm going to insert, no I'm not, I can't insert anything. I'm not allowed to put his photo online, so I won't insert anything. Just imagine me holding an adorable chubby baby and being thrilled at the opportunity, and that's what the photos would look like. When we were done, after about an hour, I had 45 minutes to kill before going to physical therapy because of some issue with my wrist. No big deal, probably tendonitis. And so I decided that I was going to go ahead and go to the Dollar Tree. This is up in the part of town with all the big box stores and the fancy chain restaurants and the boutiques and just retail restaurant, you know, central up in there. And there is a large and really interesting Dollar Tree up in that area. So I thought, well, I'm going to go up, kill some time, look in the Dollar Tree, see if there's anything that I need. I don't do Dollar Tree haul videos anymore because I don't know about all y'all, but I can't afford to buy cutesy stuff or stuff that makes me happy. Now when I buy something, it has to have a function, a use. And now that the Dollar Tree has added their higher priced section, now that they're doing, you know, the $5 section, I'm actually finding some stuff that's, it's a great bargains for these things that I actually need that are more than like your $1.50 stuff. So I wandered through, and before we go any further, I want to show you what I found. First up, okay, so $5 for the Lysol 2-pack, but when you do the math, you realize that it's about the same, maybe a little less, maybe a little more expensive, but not much, to buy it like this Lysol brand as opposed to the way they used to sell it. So, and still do in the $1.50 section. But I was like, okay, yeah, all right, I'm going to grab a couple of those. I like that branding. And then I was just wandering around, and I thought, well, I need more hair ties. So I got a couple of these really soft hair ties. So that seemed like a good buy because I don't have any like that. I have some of the ones that have the metal thing that holds it together, and those tend to make, you know, kind of rip my hair out, and I really didn't want to do any hair ripping more than I have to. So got some new hair ties. I also found some of these that don't have the metal around the back, so I got those as well. Now, so I thought, all right, okay, I have everything I need. Well, I went down as I went down the $5 aisle and found the Lysol, I found these super soft leggings, size 2X, which actually fits me now, down from a 4X, and $5 a piece. So I pulled all of they had several different materials, like almost like a pattern tights sort of lace kind of thing. It wasn't pretty lace though, it was geometric looking. And then this stuff that felt like plastic that was real strange. And then this soft, buttery, you know, kind of material. And so I went ahead and got 5 in my size. One of them had already been taken out of its package, so I made sure I took a good look at it to see how the stitching was and all of that. And they seem serviceable for $5 if they last me into the first of the year. I'll be down with that. Okay, so then I wandered up another aisle. I think it was the health and beauty aisle, and I found the most delightful things that I only have 3 of that actually work anymore, and that is socks. But let me show you. I found Jolly Rancher Cup-O noodles, moon pie, Pop-Tarts, jet puffed marshmallows, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, and my favorite Oscar Mayer Wiener Mobile. Okay, I just had to laugh. I mean, this is all the junk food I no longer eat, but I figured I could wear it on my feet and sort of feel like I was participating in the processed food world. God. So now I have plenty of socks to get me through from day to day while I am in my work boots and out working, which you will see a video regarding my working after this one. I'm going to upload this one first. Anyhow, so then here's the weird part. I'm in line at the checkout, just the women here and there, nice and calm, no big deal, 2 checkers, you know, pleasant. And the lady in front of me, she paid, and I moved into her place behind the checker and in front of the checker, and she took about 4 steps towards the door, and this guy came out of nowhere. This scary looking, white meth head looking dude. He comes down, barreling down the center aisle. He runs past this woman. He grabs her bag of goods, whatever was in there. I know there were drinks in there because the drinks went all over the floor. He grabbed it. I don't know if he managed to snag her handbag or not. I don't think so. But he grabbed those, the items in her that she just paid for, and he hightailed it out the door. Just ran off. So, you know, it took everybody a second to kind of get our bearings, what just happened. The lady was maybe in her 50s. He didn't knock her over, but she was shaken up, of course. One of the checkers tells the other one, she says, you know, he's got an accomplice. He's over there somewhere. Go find him and tell him he's got to go. So she trundled off and found the dude, and you could hear her saying, hey, your buddy's taken off with somebody else's stuff. It's time for you to go too. So pretty soon, here he comes doing his crip walk, you know, toothless, 20s, you know, the meth heads, you know what they all look like. So he's doing that thing and he goes on out the door. Well, by that time I was done, I was checked out, and I turned to the lady behind me, and this little, slightly built little Hispanic girl in a dress. And I said, hey, listen, I said, she was probably in her 20s too. I said, would you like me to wait for you? If you check out, then we can walk out together if you want to. And she said, oh no, I'm fine. And then my checker says, well, you know, they're not going to do it again because they just did it and they've run off. The first thing I thought was, well, yeah, that's the point. They wandered into a store, knocked some lady over practically, grabbed her crap and ran. Who says there's not more of them hanging around in here, or that they're not lurking right outside behind a car, or just standing there because nobody's calling law enforcement? So what do they really need to do? Just exit the store and stand there and wait for the next person to come out? Didn't say that, I thought it. And then the little lady says, the gal behind me, she says, well, she says, are you concerned? She said, I'll walk out with you. I said, okay, this is where my smart ass pop off in any situation personality comes out. I looked at her and I said, lady, I said, take a good look at me. I said, I outweigh that guy by at least 100 pounds. If he's out there waiting for me, he's going down too. And then I will get on top of him, and he will be toast, and it will all be over. And so I know I'm actually not worried, but you know, you guys have a great day. And I wandered out carefully, opened the door, I looked both ways. The only person I saw up close was the guy, there's a black guy who was, had the I will wash your windows for $1 sign and the little thingy. And he's like, hi ma'am, he says, can I wash your windows? And I said, you know what? My husband takes care of the windows. I said, but I think I might have an extra buck. Well, I'm going to help you out. I hope it helps. Handed him the $1. And he looks at me and he says, you know, I saw a guy run out, but I didn't get a good look at him because I was looking over here. He comes up behind me, and then he runs around the side of the building. And by the time I looked, I couldn't tell who it was. And it was so cute. He says, "Was it a black guy?" I looked at him. I said, "Dude," I said, "when was the last time you saw your average working black guy up here in this neighborhood doing something that stupid?" I said, I don't know where the nefarious things happen on, you know, in that world. But I said, up in here, it's always going to be a white meth head. And he laughed. He thought that was hilarious. So he said, "Do you want me to walk you to your car?" I said, "No, I'm just right there." I said, "But if you see any of them lurking, give me a shout. It's not going to hit them with my purse." So that was my experience in the store. Now, this is what happened. I pull up to where you have to either go right to go out on the big street or left to go out on the side street. I turn left, and there they all are, a whole pod of them, including both the dudes that were the one who stole the lady's stuff and the dude that got kicked out, plus another like 5 or 6 people, a few women, a few, you know, and just, you know, it was basically a pod of meth heads. Yeah, is it a pod of meth heads? I know it's a discovery of witches. So yeah, I think it was a pod. Anyhow, so because sometimes I do the dumbest shit, I swear. So I'm creeping real slow past this place where these guys are standing and sitting and, you know, doing their creep lean and all of that. And I passed him, and I'm looking, and one of the dudes, not the one that came out, a different one, looks back at me, and I do this. And I just kept going. Not that it matters, not that they care, not that they wouldn't shoot me dead if they happen to have a gun on them, you know. It was just, I just wanted to get all up inside his head just a little bit and do something unexpected. So that's what I did. So I then made my shaky way over, got my physical therapy. It's just a little tendonitis, bursitis tendonitis, no big deal. And, you know, I drove on home, where I have been putting away food all day long. We have a huge embarrassment of riches where fresh food is concerned. I have a bunch of zucchini, I have plums, I've got oranges, lemons, what else? Strawberries. I mean, just all of this food. So I'm trying to figure out how to like shrink it all down, how to get it into the freezer, how to, you know, save as much of it as I can. The plums are going to be the hard thing. They are ripe today, and I have this much of them. I mean, a full-on lug of plums. I wish I knew somebody I could give them to before they go bad, but they're going to start going bad tonight probably. So I thought I would pull out maybe a dozen of the firmest, best, wash them real good in some vinegar water, and, you know, dry them off real good and stick them in the refrigerator, and all the rest are going to the cows. I just can't with rotting food. I just can't. So, but the zucchinis are beautiful. So what I'm going to do with those is I'm going to grate them all, grate every dang zucchini. I'll probably do it in the food processor, and then lay them out with some salt, let them get rid of their fluid. Then I'm going to squeeze them out real good and put them in like 2 cups to a bag, freezer bags, and stick them in the freezer. Apparently it freezes really well that way, and that way I can pull it out to do zucchini fritters or a zucchini casserole or zucchini bread, or, you know, zucchini whatever. And the funniest part is I have been nursing these 6 zucchini plants. I mean, just watering them and hand pollinating their little flowers, and, you know, looking at their little fruits as they come out and then all of a sudden die on the vine. I think I've harvested, I think, 4 viable zucchini in all of this time. And then what happens? I end up with a case, a full-on case of beautiful zucchini. I just have to laugh at myself. truly going out, weeding and watering and keeping my front yard looking more or less pretty, it is a labor of love. It is just about getting exercise. And if I had to grow my own food, I would starve. So, which might not necessarily be a bad idea for a while anyway. But there you go. That was my day. And I'm tired, and I still have to go in and do some zucchini grating. But I wanted to show you what I'd found at the Dollar Tree, tell you my harrowing experience, and just say howdy, and I hope everybody's doing well. We are in the tail end of yet another monsoon event. We had lots of clouds the past couple days, hot, humid, ugly. Well, not real hot. I mean, it was about 100. It wasn't too bad. But the high pressure ridge is coming back, and we're going to be back up to 109, 10, whatever it's going to be by Tuesday. So yeah, here comes another heat wave. So, you know, buckle up, people. It is going to be a bumpy ride to the end of summer. So that's about all I have to say. Hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you later. Bye.